Like, everybody keeps asking me if I'm gonna restore this bike. Yeah, that's the last thing I would want to do. This bike right here, like the layers, it tells a story. So this was at one point in time one color, and then it was this awesome teal green, and then somebody painted it white, and the white kind of fatigued with like rust and age, and so it's like the layers tell a story about how many lifetimes this bike has lived, how many different people have loved it over the years. So a lot of miles on this bike, and that's why I love it. You know, it's got history. I have bikes that are so much nicer, so much faster, so much better performing in all the different ways, but I just love the character that it has and kind of the story that it tells. So I'm Kevin Marsh. I own Bullseye Bike Shop. We cohabitate here in this area with Record Coffee Supply, Ink Stop Tattoo. It's a standalone unit in the front. But yeah, this is my spot, this is my building. And yeah, we work on bikes here, sell bikes. I think everything can be an art form, so whatever you're doing. But for me, I grew up like very into art, and I come from, I feel like, a family that's got a lot of artistic appreciation. So my whole life I've been drawing and sculpting and custom jewelry and did ceramics, and so with that it's basically just an avenue for me to express myself. That's one thing I really like about it, where I love taking an old bike that has a really cool color and then figuring out what colors complement that and how to bring the bike together. So whether it's something sporty where it's all matte black with red accents, just really subtly, or taking something that's got like a really nice forest green and bringing in the tans and the gold and all the little aspects that make it all come together. With bicycles, there's always obstacles and things that you have to overcome and incompatibilities with the parts that you're learning. And there's a lot of different types of bikes, where there's BMX bikes, mountain bikes, road bike, touring bikes, gravel bikes, triathlon bikes, and then vintage bikes. We work a lot with like old school vintage bikes, restoring them and just preserve like the story that the bike tells. The biggest thing when it comes to transportation with bicycles is, with a car or a motorcycle, you have registration you have to pay for. Your bike has to be in a certain level of acceptable condition that has to be inspected. You have to pay for that inspection. You have a monthly insurance payment. So there's a lot of cost, and there's maintenance. Whereas if you put a set of tires on your car, that can be $800. Whereas with the bicycle, it's like 25 bucks for a tire, $9 for a tube. So I guess with that aspect, it's pretty much, it's reachable from pretty much whatever financial scope you're on. Biking is significant to me, probably because it was so much of my childhood. I've been biking ever since I was a little kid, so there's like pictures of me standing on the frame and doing all the tricks back in the day. And I grew up in a small town, and so we would just ride everywhere. Like your wheels were everything. That's how you got across the town and to your friend's house. And yeah, me and my dad built this really cool bike, took it all apart, stripped it down, had it powder coated, and bought a bunch of cool parts at the local bike shop. I also love it because I'm very mechanical, so I like to fix things and build stuff. And I've worked on cars and motorcycles and a lot of different things. And with bicycles, everything's right there and accessible. And so all my bikes are kind of like very aesthetically like put together. But there's a lot of levels of depth to it because I have a pretty active mind, so I need a little bit of challenge. And with bicycles, there's always obstacles and things that you have to overcome and incompatibilities with the parts that you're learning. I mean, I've been cycling in the Denton area and a business owner in the Denton area for the past like 15, 16 years. So with that, I promote a lot of different events and the community coming together. That doesn't matter where you're at in the financial demographic, like it's still achievable for pretty much everybody. Yeah, I love it. This is